What's going on, guys? The Fly 5 here. It's Prototype.
It's Kamui. Ranking Jutsu here.
You got Ice here.
Reckless.
And today we're going to be ranking our top 10 personal favorite games from this generation.
Yo, this list is for PS4 players. So if you got Xbox, click off right now.
Facts. Let's get right into it.
So starting off on our list at number 10, we got GTA 5.
What was really cool and that I really liked about GTA 5 was that they kept releasing new content like the heist and stuff like that, which were really cool because you could play with your friends and do cool stuff.
Another part was how revolutionary the story mode was, where you could play as 3 different characters doing basically 3 different stories, and they all meet up in their own exclusive way.
I personally, this is Reckless here. You walk on the streets, you get murked. You try to sell some cocaine, and it ain't work like that. You're getting murked on the streets, and bye-bye to your mission, and it's done.
That's your mission.
GTA 5 will always be a classic to us because of how much fun we could have and how much freedom we had.
So I think the only thing that's stopping GTA 5 from being higher on our personal list is the fact that the game is so old. You know, it came out on PS3, it lived the whole generation of PS4, and now it's going to be on PS5. I think that's a little ridiculous, but Rockstar needs to push out a GTA 6.
Number 9, we got NBA 2K20. Turn off your meter, get your greens. Me and Ice were on the twos, being toxic, but it's okay. It was fun. You know, he had his post score, I had my lock, and it was cool.
That wasn't the only build I had. I also had my two-way slashing playmaker, my offensive threat, a 3-and-D, but a lot of people didn't like 2K20 because of the shooting. Everyone could shoot, everyone could green, and I green too.
Another thing about 2K20 is that defense was basically the whole thing in that game. If you didn't have defense in your build, you probably weren't going to do good unless you had an offensive threat.
My personal favorite thing about 2K20 was all the park events. I remember getting on and streaking in Big Top and what were the other ones?
Court Conqueror.
Court Conqueror was fun. You always get those jerseys, but some of the rewards are a little trash. But yeah, I think 2K20 was not anybody's favorite 2K, but it was definitely a pretty solid entry.
At number 8 is God of War, and personally it's one of my favorite games to come out for the PlayStation 4. I just thought the story mode was just too revolutionary, too great, and just the twist at the end and everything with Atreus just really put the game over the top.
What I really liked about God of War was the combat system. That was one of the best games I ever played with that type of combat system. It reminded me of like Arkham Knight, Batman games and stuff like that. Another thing I really liked about that game was the difficulty, such as playing the Valkyries, which was extremely difficult for me, at least, because they kept killing me in a good 4 hits.
Personally, I really enjoyed the addition of Atreus to the game. It's something that you don't see too often, where you have a companion by your side in the game, and they're actually kind of useful. Atreus, I felt like he was very useful, and his gameplay mechanics for solving puzzles and stuff were pretty good. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to Ragnarok for God of War.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of Ragnarok, the way they ended it with Thor right at the end, perfect.
Oh yeah, that shit was fire. I remember that shit. Coming in at number 7, we got my personal favorite, Ark. Ark was just a cool game. You got to do really basically whatever you want. And you could tame dinos. You could build a big-ass house. I built 2 big-ass houses, I remember. It was just fun. That whole summer, we just played and used to bully people sometimes, too.
You can do so many things in Ark. Even though there was a tether that made you stay really close to the host of your game, you could still run around, tame a creature, get killed by a T-Rex. There were so many things you could do.
I didn't really play Ark like that, but one thing I did like is the paintings, painting my animals, making them look fire. You know what I'm saying? But it was a cool game.
Number 6, we got Injustice 2. This was one of the best fighting games when it came to customization and doing whatever you wanted with your character. My personal favorite was Robin, because I unlocked the Staff of Grayson, which unlocked all of Nightwing's moves from the first Injustice.
Personally, my favorite character was Red Hood, and this is one of the big perks about Injustice 2, is they listened to us about some of the DLC characters, because I know Red Hood was one of the most wanted characters. Fortunately, we did never get our Beast Boy, but, One
of my favorite characters was Batman. What I liked about Batman is he was just cool, it's Batman. And there was a glitch that you can get a whole bunch of mother boxes and unlock new gear for a whole bunch of characters. And I just kept doing the glitch and I got really good gear. And my Batman was just OP. And that's what I really liked about that game. Yup, me and Kam, we did go crazy with those glitches. But the gear was the best part, I think, of the game. How you can customize everything you wanted, basically.
And Captain Cold did go crazy in that game. You know what I'm saying? Sonic Flash had to show him what he was about, and yeah, just as cool.
I still think Atrocitus is one of the better characters in the game. He had all the setups with his trait and everything. I wish they would have actually put a block button in the game, and I think that's why we have it lower than we do higher, just because of the bum-ass block button. Fuck that shit.
Personally, me and Ice are still waiting for our Injustice 3, and hopefully
Beast Boy!
Definitely Beast Boy.
coming in at number 5 on our list, we have Call of Duty Warzone, specifically Warzone. The reason we have this in our top 5 is mostly because we had too much fun playing this game. You know, the custom loadouts, everything was different about it. It was the big battle royale game, in my opinion, that really competed with Fortnite when it first came out. And I think it did things very well for being as different as it was.
What was cool about Warzone is that we did the challenges. If you go back in our channel, you'll see like we did the no gun challenge, the Kimbo challenge, and it was just really fun. We had so many different guns to use. I feel like the gun balance was pretty cool. You could use MP7, MP5, shotguns, ARs. You know, they had the M4. Some people were using marksman rifles over snipers and stuff. It was just really cool.
Warzone is definitely one of my favorites. We still play it like every day.
I don't think anyone's going to forget about Warzone because it had the gulag, and that's where boys became men. I didn't play it a lot, but my first time on, I got the dub.
Coming in at number 4 is SpiderMan, and another reason for it being so high is pretty much the same reason as God of War. Just the story is so amazing, and I just think out of all the Spider-Man games that have been created for, you know, all the different consoles, this one really just blows all of them out of the water. The story is great, all the acting is great, and the introduction of Miles Morales is amazing.
One of the big reasons for me and why I like this game was the combat system. It was really cool. You could dodge almost every single attack. There was different stuff you could level up, like the gadgets, moves, and you can 100% complete that game pretty easily. I did it in like the first month, maybe even less. So yeah.
Everybody loves Spider-Man games because you get to swing through NYC as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So fire.
Personally, this game will always have a special place in my heart because this is the first ever game I have platinumed. And I just think it was a good game all around. They had good DLC suits, good suits in general. The combat system, as stated, was great. It just felt like a movie. It felt like you were playing through a good, long Spider-Man movie. And that's why it is number 4 on our list.
Yes, sir.
Number 3 is NBA 2K18. Now, I got mixed emotions when it comes to this game. One play, you're dunking on someone, you know, getting a blow-by, yelling with all your friends. Then the next play, they get a smothered, excellent release in your face, and you're ready to break a remote. This game was just, it was strange, but it was fun.
For me, 2K18 was it was fun to play with all your friends and stuff like that. People had fake builds such as Prototype. I had multiple builds. I had a pure sharp, a center, and I had my LeBron build. But I feel like the skill gap in that game was pretty small. Anybody can really do anything, go past people, dunk on people. Doesn't matter how good you are at the game.
2K18, it's not, you know, around the community, people think it's one of the worst 2Ks, but we definitely had a lot of fun with it. It was our first year playing Pro-Am all together, and I really enjoyed it. And my team wasn't trash like it is now. You know, it was actually playable. You don't have to win 68 games to win a player.
I think the most memorable thing about 2K18, in my opinion, is this where the Fly 5 got its start. This is where we first met our Pro-Am team and came up with the first name, the Fly 5. So definitely think it has a special place in my heart forever. And yeah, that's why it is number 3 on our list.
At number 2, we got Friday the 13th, the game. This game was really fun, like actually really fun. I remember all of us would play. One of us might get Jason, which was really fun. I remember killing Jason was extremely difficult. And also, you would just be playing all night, and then you wouldn't even realize it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and you might have school or something. Also, my all-time favorite thing about that game was boxing Jason, getting a baseball bat and waiting for him around the corners. He's walking, he think he got your ass, but nah, I got his ass, knocked his ass out, took his mask, run off with that shit, it's mine now.
Friday was an extremely fun game. I remember calmly and reckless factor kind of ruining the Jason experience for me, getting hit with a baseball bat right and left. But whenever I was a counselor, I usually picked the black guy and I ran for my life.
Okay. Friday was definitely, you know, one of the most fun games I've ever played. We played it all night, screaming, mom waking up, doesn't matter, you're still playing. You know, you turn around, see Jason, the screen's all black, you know, you're running for your life. You call the cops, you gotta dip out of there.
Friday the 13th was definitely one of the more fun games that we've ever played, especially together. I think that from the customization from your Jasons, the variety of kills, and then customizing the counselors was pretty cool because you could be, Tiffany Cox with the booty shorts going on, or you can be my nigga Bugsy running around boxing Jason, running like an athlete. It just had a lot of variety that you can see in the movies. It's very true to the movies, and I think that's why it's number 2 on our list. So before we get to our number 1 on our list, we have a few honorable mentions. The first off being Batman Arkham Knight. So this is the first game that personally I got for PS4. This is what game came with my PS4. And I loved the Arkham series from this time that I played Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Origins is, like the little brother nobody really liked, but I enjoyed Origins a lot. So that is why Arkham Knight is one of the honorable mentions.
Another honorable mention that we have is 2K17. 2K17 is my favorite 2K of all time. I had a lot of fun on that game with Reckless and Ice. We played a lot of Park and a little bit of Pro-Am. So yeah.
The next honorable mention we have is The Last of Us Remastered. I for some reason feel like I get all the games that have the best story, but I think out of all the games that I've talked about so far, that we've talked about as a group so far, The Last of Us just has one of the best stories. It has so much emotion packed into it, and overall it's a 10 out of 10 game.
Last but not least, we got Rocket League. A lot of people try Rocket League out, and they're not good the first time, so they quit because it's hard to learn. But once you learn how to play, it's a lot of fun. Me and Reckless Factor would kill online in 2v2, soccer, hoops, no matter what it was.
Number 1, we got Fortnite. Fortnite in its prime, arguably one of the best games ever. PS4, Xbox, GameCube, your mama's cube, your daddy's cube, any game system, don't matter. Fortnite, everyone, all ages play that game. Little kids, grown men. You got little kids doing the floss, but Fortnite, great game.
For Fortnite, it was really cool because they added another skill gap into a shooter, which was building. Building just gave you another way to embarrass your opponents, really. I remember using the double pump, double shotgun, double pump. You're doing 400 damage in about 4 seconds, which was really cool and really fun. Another thing I liked about that was the battle pass. You can have different skins, different pickaxes, different skins for your guns now. And overall, it was just a good experience.
Now, I wasn't the best at Fortnite. I can make a box, maybe a couple ramps to protect myself, but I really wasn't good. I had no aim, so my favorite weapon was the umbrella. But squads, duos, Fortnite was always a lot of fun.
Realistically, I think Fortnite is just a game changer in its own right. I mean, name another game before Fortnite that really introduced Battle Royale the way it did, and it made so many YouTubers famous and everything. I sort of fucking sucked at that game too.
Fortnite will always be, one of those games that in its prime was unstoppable. You compare it to games like Minecraft that are legendary all the time. Fortnite was definitely a lot of fun for us to play together. We used to build battle people. We used to build battle people in school. Just come to the lunch table and you would argue about who's better at Fortnite. That's how generational the game was for us. So yeah, that's why it's number 1 on our list. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's Prototype. Peace.
It's Ranking Jutsu. I'm dipping.
Reckless. Stay safe.
It's Kami. About to use my Kami. Peace out.
Everyone chill and stay icy, my friends.
Fly 5 signing off.
Yeah.